All right, you guys, in today's Tech Check, we are talking about the most recent Facebook security breach that affected nearly 50 million users. The breach was the largest in the company's 14-year history, as attackers exploited a feature in Facebook's code to gain access to user accounts and potentially take control of them. I feel like this is coming right out of my news world here into Studio 5. We've got Deseret News columnist Amy Iverson here to share with you what you need to know, because you hear that number, 50 million, chances are you could be one of them, right?
Yeah, and the thing that's very different about this hack is the first thing they said wasn't go change your password. Actually, you don't have to change your password this time.
Okay.
Is that weird?
No, that is weird.
It's because
that's the first
they
thing I would
didn't
do.
steal passwords. They stole something called access tokens. And so what an access token is it gives you the ability when you're on Facebook, then when you go off and you come back, you don't have to log back in again. That's what that does. Okay, they got into this coding glitch, and you know how you can look at someone else, you can see how Shara Park sees my profile. It's called the View As feature.
Sure.
That's where the coding glitch was. That's how they got in. They stole people's access tokens, and they could take over your account.
Ugh.
I know. So
how do you know if
the things
you
they
have?
could do? They could add and delete friends. They could like posts. They could share things.
Could they comment?
They could comment. They could do any of those things. Now, Mark Zuckerberg did a press call yesterday and said they haven't seen any of that yet.
Okay.
That's just the possibility, okay?
But how much do we trust that? I mean,
it still could come up. We just haven't seen it yet. So don't worry yet.
Okay.
Okay. But it's early in the investigation. So how do you know? Is that what you're...
How do I know if mine has been hacked, or I don't know, somebody is pretending to be me?
There's a couple of things. One is all of your devices would have logged off of Facebook this weekend.
Oh,
like that fast.
And asked you to relog in.
Mm-hmm. So if that was you, then you were affected. And so what you just need to log back in, and when you do, because a lot of people just do Facebook, you know, maybe once a week or whatever. When you log back in,
like 14 times a day.
It's part of your job.
Sorry.
But when you log back in, you'll get a notification at the top that will give you right at the top of your newsfeed, and it'll explain what happened.
Will it say your account has been hacked?
I don't know the exact wording, but yes,
it'll
you're
give
going to
you
get
some
an
indication that
yes.
you are impacted by this.
Now, I said you don't have to change your password, but there are two things you do need to do. All right, okay, you're going to go to your settings. Probably no one ever does this anymore, but go to your settings, and the first thing you're going to look at is security and login. What that shows you is all the places in the world where you are logged into Facebook. So you should only see your computer.
So if I'm logged in China, there's a problem.
Exactly. And you can just bloop, delete all those out if you want and log them out. Okay, the second place, you go back to settings, you go to apps and websites. Because what happened is, you know how sometimes, like with Instagram, you logged on to Instagram
It automatically goes through Facebook. Yes.
There's tons of apps that do that, and some people just know their Facebook login, so they do it that way. You want to look at those apps and websites. If there are any there that you don't recognize,
get rid of them.
And you can report it to Facebook. There's the three little dots on the side. Click it and say, not me, and it'll report it to Facebook and get rid of it.
Here's the thing. You need to do these things. You can't just blow it off, because Facebook then will never adjust or correct them. So I think part of the problem, too, is we all just go, oh, they'll fix it. They'll figure it out. No, you actually have to be proactive in this.
They said they have fixed it, but you know, these things keep popping up and keep popping up, so we do have to be vigilant in doing our part.
Oh, Amy, you always have such good advice. Oh my goodness. Okay, where else could we go to find some more information?
So if you missed that, I have the breakdown in my column, DeseretNews.com/Amy.
Amy is the hostess with the mostest. You'll see her a lot here on Studio 5. Thanks, Amy. We appreciate it. Okay, check your Facebook.